What's going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful hump day, and I intend on doing the exact same. What's going on? Now, y'all already know how we do. Before we get into the mess for the day, let's talk about what we got coming up on the platform. Now, you know, today is Wednesday, which means that today is the day for the Chasing panel, you guys. Make sure you tune in later on tonight after Chasing Atlanta is over so you can see Scotty, Jamar, Terrence, Tremel, Carl, and Jeremy Speaks TV all coming together to discuss tonight's episode of Chasing Atlanta. So soon after Chasing Atlanta is going off, make sure you guys tune in to the Chasing panel soon after. Then this Friday, make sure you guys tune in to the third episode of 101, which features one of my favorite YouTubers by the name of Calvin Michaels. Tune in as we talk about the past, the present, and the future. Make sure you tune in. Then on Saturday, tune in for the Love and Marriage Huntsville live review. And then on Sunday, you guys know that we've been doing these Basketball Wives panels, but they're only here for a limited time due to the fact that we don't have anything to discuss on Sundays anymore right now until Potomac comes on. So make sure you get it while it's hot. The first week it was on my channel. Last week it was on Jamie's channel. And now this upcoming week it will be on Terrence's channel. So make sure you guys tune in. So with that being said, you guys, that's pretty much all we got for the church announcements. So let's go ahead and get into the mess. Now, rapper Bow Wow came out on social media a couple of days ago and stated things about artist development. And we're going to go ahead and get into those facts that he stated. Bow Wow asked on social media. He said, "Can we please bring back artist development at these labels? Do these labels even care about these artists? Y'all be throwing them on platforms knowing that they're not ready. A boxer is trained and taught before the battle. We just keep throwing these subbar ass artists out here with no proper teaching." Then he went on to say, "It's too many real ones out here on the come up like Simba, West Side Boogie. I can name so many more. Lady London, Lola, like new artists that got it, who deserve to push. But instead, man, I'm done even speaking on it. It be getting me hot. Stop pushing this BS on us. The fans are waking up and hip hop is about to change for the better. Stay in the house if you playing and move over and let the real ones play. They can't talk. I don't understand what they be saying. Be dry as hell in interviews. Y'all know I take the stage seriously. I don't even want to get on their stage presence. Rapping over vocals is sloppy out here, man. We got to clean this up. Get better or get the out. And that is what Bow Wow had to say about the artists of today. And honestly, I can't say that I disagree with him. I agree with everything that he's saying. I've been saying this same stuff for the past couple of years, and people get so mad with me and want to tell me that I'm stuck in the past because I'm saying these things. But as a person that grew up in the 90s and, you know, seeing artists like Monica and Brandy and Aaliyah or Mary J. Blige and Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston and even like artists like Usher on their come up in Genuine, Escape, 112, Destiny's Child, all these different people that I grew up listening to and all this other good stuff. They all had artist development, and you can tell that they were developed before they were brought out there to the masses. And it's just like now, all you got to do is get on TikTok and do a song, and everybody gravitate towards it. And now you got a hit record and a big artist, but they don't last that long. You know, they're only microwavable artists. And I feel like every single century or every single decade, we see things like that happening. And in my opinion, I just feel like the truth is the truth, and it doesn't matter who tells that damn truth. And Shad Miles did not lie when he said that, because it is unfortunate, especially for people like myself that love music and breathe music and just, you know, deal with music altogether. I don't like these artists of today. I don't. It's not too many of them that I like Sexy Red. Like I've never heard any of her music besides the song "The Ski." That's the only song I know by her. And I know that when we were doing the Chasing Pound, I would hear Carl and Jamil singing that song, you know, the whole pink, my brown, all that other shit. And I didn't know what the fuck they were singing, and you know, when they would be on the panel. So I'd be a little bit confused by this, you know what I'm saying? But however, the thing of it is, I was looking at her on the BT Hip Hop Awards, and she was performing Ski Yee. And she was, I think she was performing another song too besides Ski Yee. And I was just sitting there looking at her because I've never really just paid Sexy Red any attention. The only time that I see her is when she's in the blogs. And I was looking at her performing, And I felt like an old ass man because I was looking at her performing and I said to myself, y'all like this? You know what I'm saying? Y'all mother like this? Because I can't, I could not bring myself to listen to no damn Sexy Red record all day. I couldn't bear the thought of doing some like that. My eardrums, my God given eardrums. No, ma'am, I could never do that. So I was just like, girl, what the is this? And this is the that people love so much. What the you know what I'm saying? That's all I kept saying. So I'm just like, And then you have other artists, like it's so many different artists, and a lot of them sound the same. They all make the same music. It's like even artists like Summer Walker. Like I feel like she's not the best singer, but everybody be going up for her music and shit like that. Or SZA, I've grown to like her in a sense, but I still don't think that she's one of the best artists of today, in my opinion. There are some great artists out there, like you got the Money Longs, you got the Ari Lennox that people don't really pay attention to. You got K Michelle, you even have Tamar. I don't even like Tamar, but she does make great music, things like that. So I I just feel like Bow Wow isn't wrong. He's not wrong. He actually had artist development, and no matter what we think about his lame ass today, he did make great music, and he's one of the greatest childhood stars, to be quite honest. We may not want to give it to him because of the bullshit that he's affiliated with, honestly, but it's the truth. So everything that Bow Wow says is the truth, and I take it as the fucking gospel because he came from an era where artist development really mattered, and he came from an era where you had to really know how to sing, you had to really know how to rap, and you had to have something of substance in order for you to be a star. So shout out to Bow Wow for saying the shit that we all been wanting to say about these fucked up ass artists that's out right now. Now we get into Drake, okay? We get into Aubrey Graham, okay? We get into Jimmy from the wheelchair on Degrassi. We get into him. So, Drake's album just came out, and he just broke a record, and he has the most hits, number one hits on the Hot 100, and he beat Michael Jackson's what is it? Oh God, he beat Michael Jackson's record, okay? And there are people out there. Well, no, he hasn't beat it. He tied with Michael Jackson as the male soloist with the most number one hits on the Hot 100. He now has 13 number one hits on the Hot 100, right? And so a lot of social media users are stating that they feel that it's not fair for Drake. That it's not fair that Drake tied Michael Jackson's records for the number one hits because Michael's numbers were not based on streams. His numbers were strictly based off of sales, right? So this is what social media is saying. It's like, yes, but no. Michael Jackson was not a part of an era that belonged to streaming. His numbers were strictly sales. We really have to find a way to separate the then from the now. And that's what chart data stated that on the Billboard 200, Drake's album went number one, selling 412,000 copies, but what shit 551 no, 514.01 million on demand streams and 10,000 in pure sales, right? And that's what he posted. He posted the mood for that's what he said about Michael Jackson. He posted Michael Jackson for mood, right? So in some of it, so let's go into the comments on the neighborhood talk, right? So one person says it doesn't hit the same. I'm sorry. People had to actually go out their house to buy albums, no shade. It's so easy now to break a record, so you can't think about the song. So you could think about the song and it counts towards streaming now. Someone says it's the new era of technology. If we didn't have streaming, we'd still be on iTunes paying $1.29 for every song. If we didn't have digital downloads, we'd still be going to the store to purchase. So shut up. It's all the same. He'd still have number ones. Pure sales is physical copy purchase. The full album, as in going into the store to buying them in the Michael Jackson era. Streaming is you selected the songs you like on your streaming service and you're listening. 500 million streams is going platinum. Okay. I just feel like nobody should be compared to Michael Jackson, okay? Then Drake, someone said Drake doesn't have people passing out at his concerts just by standing there. Have several seats is disrespectful. Imagine if Michael did have strings. That's a whole different level. Don't matter the record. Michael Jackson is to go forever. Someone says, why is Drake even being compared to Michael Jackson? Matter of fact, anybody for that matter. MJ's in a lane of his own next. So, is it fair for Drake to be tied with Michael Jackson because Drake is a part of the streaming era and Michael is a part of the era where there were no streams and you had to buy music? Sadly, this is the world that we live in now. It's a stream ran music industry. People want the streams. They don't care about album sales anymore. It's all about the streams. And streams impact the Hot 100, streams impact the Hot 200. And I really do think that if they, because I feel like this, because I'm a person, as you know, that's deeply into music and was into Billboard charts and Billboard rules and things like that. Back in the day, people could chart on a Hot 100 just by having a whole lot of radio play. Now you can have the number one most played record on urban radio, and your song don't do shit on the Hot 100. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can have the number one urban record on urban radio, and that don't even matter just because you ain't got the streams. Like I remember City Girls, they had a record with Usher last year called Good Love, one of my favorite records by them. And it was actually like the number one urban song on urban radio. That song didn't even touch the top 40 of the Hot 100. And you would think that with the song being number one on urban radio, it would do that. No, they didn't have the streams. And I feel like that is the reason why a lot of these records debut high and then they tumble down the Hot 100 real fast. Like Nicki Minaj's song "Last I Saw You," it only lasted like 3 weeks on the Hot 100 chart, but it's getting all these impressions on radio. I think it's top 10 on most of these radio formats right now, but it's not even on the charts. Like that's what I'm saying. I feel like when it comes down to the Hot 100, I personally feel like they need to make radio the more dominant thing and have strength, because it used to go like this. It used to be like this. Hot 100 used to go like this. It's 52% radio, 49% sales, and then they switched it. Now, I don't know what it is now, but I know that streaming pretty much dominates the Hot 100. It's not about radio. I think that we should make it a 50-50 thing, make it 50% radio, 50% streaming. Maybe these artists' songs could have some extra life if they, made radio a little bit more dominant. But radio doesn't even matter now. Like you can have a song that's been heavily in heavy rotation on the radio and you still don't get no big record. You still don't get no a lot of movement on the Hot 100. And that's really a fucked up situation to be in as an artist. Like just looking at it. It's like people you and then radio ads used to be the biggest thing. Like everybody used to always be worried about radio ads and how many radio ads you got and what's the most. We want to be the most added song on urban radio or the most added song on urban AC, or we want the songs to be requested on the radio, or I don't know. But I don't know. I just think that at the end of it all, he got his number ones. I never understand why he got his number ones because I don't even think that he all that. But you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. My opinion, my whatever. That's my opinion. That's what I think. But he got them because this is a streaming world, and that's what it is. We can't compare it to Michael. Let's move on. So Mario made the blogs when he was asked by TMZ about a Mount Rushmore, and he said, "I just let y'all see what he said. Let's go ahead and look at what he said in regards to that. Let's take a listen, y'all. Let's take a listen. Let's look at it.
Whoever.
Beyonce, Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Beyonce, Michael Jackson, me.
Okay, you. All right, you put in you.
You know why I say that? Hold on, because I grew up listening to so many different types of music, and my mother and my grandmother. So I got like two generations of just soul music. Just great R&B. You know what I'm saying, that I grew up to. So that's why I say my voice kind of I can do a little bit of everything. I would say the fourth person would be Whitney Houston.
Whitney, I want to know your R&B Mount Rushmore. I'm super curious to know.
Okay, so that was Mario. And then social media was like Usher, Genuine, Tyrese, Donnell Jones, Tank or Joe, and a bunch of others above you, kid. And then Mario responds in your reality. So here's the thing about that. Um, I think that Mario is an underrated vocalist. Period. We did see that damn tragic, um, that tragic ass verses that he did with Omarion. He was killing Omarion. I'm still flabbergasted by that. He was killing Omarion up there. He really, really was. But here's my thing about that. About this rather. Um I feel like you are not on any Mount Rushmore. I don't think you're on anybody's Mount Rushmore, and that's only because you haven't had the success and you haven't had the records, and because I mean, Mario is great in his own right. Like he has hit records. He had, Break My Hair, Let Me Love You, Break Up, How Could You, Just a Friend. He had his hit records, but he never really made the impact that I felt that he could have. Like Mario really could have been this generation's Tevin Campbell, in my opinion. His he has the talent. He had the vocal talent. I just feel like he never I feel like he never got to where he needed to be. I don't think people really gave him the right records. Um when it comes down, but maybe if you think about the singers that was out during the time that he was out, you had him, you had Omarion, you had Pleasure P, you had Sammy, um, who else? You had people like that. So if you're looking at it like that, he probably is the top of that class vocally. Success wise, no, but vocally, you know what I'm saying? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that confidence is the best thing to have. At least he's not doubting himself like yours truly always does. But that's all I can really say about that. Everybody should have confidence in themselves, but you're not on the same level as the damn Beyonce, Michael Jackson, and them damn folks. But I get you. I understand, but now. But now, you feel what I'm saying? But anyway, let's move on to the next story. Now we get into Young Jock. Young Jock did an interview with DJ Vlad where he discussed why he's reluctant to perform at LGBTQ events. Let's listen to what Young Jock had to say, and then I'll be back with my thoughts. Let's take a listen.
I mean, if somebody came to me today, Lord knows, I ain't nobody ever gave me $250,000 for a show ever in my career. I think the highest I ever got is 110, and I was in Africa. But that was a lot of money to me. I mean, 110,000 wasn't a lot of money to me, but it was a lot of money to pick up in one day.
For one day, one show.
To do what I'm normally, you know what I'm
Correct.
saying? So don't get me wrong. Somebody called me today and was like, hey, yo, man, you $250,000. I don't know what I got to do. Nah, I may not do it either. And it's not that I have nothing against the LGBTQ people, but I just may not understand. I may not be in the know enough to feel comfortable enough to do this. I just don't know, because I don't want to start doing that. Maybe I don't want to be comfortable with this lifestyle. Is that okay? Is that okay to say? Is that okay to say? I may not be comfortable rapping this song and this man is looking at me with lustful eyes, with his nipples out, with lipstick on, rapping my lyrics to me. I may just...
You talk about it's going down, and this man is looking at you with hard nipples.
You try to turn from this side, and go here. I mean, it just might not work like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's
Here's the thing, Jock. Don't nobody want you. Let's make that clear. I have never heard any LGBT person ever speak about Jock in a sexual manner because nobody finds you appealing. Let's make that abundantly clear. Nobody finds you visually appealing to want to fuck you. Okay. Why is it that every time that's why I love Tank. Tank knows what his audience is or whatever. You know what I mean? Like Tank knows what his audience is. Tank knows that he appeals to gay men and straight women. He knows that. And that's why he doesn't have a problem entertaining these sissies at these damn LGBT events. He has no issue with that because he knows that's a part of his audience. If people had more of an open-minded approach to think like that, we would be so much far ahead in situations. Okay. That's just how I feel about that. Jock, nobody looks at you sexually. I barely think women see you was never a sex symbol. Ain't nobody looking at you with no lustful eyes. Like you an all right looking guy. You ain't ugly. But if you ask for my number, I wouldn't take it. You know, and if I did take it, you just one of them dudes where I meet at a club and a dude come up to me and give me his phone number and like they tell me to call him sometime. And I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, and never call. You that type of dude. Don't nobody want you, job. You and Boosie got the game up. Y'all think that just because somebody gay, that means they want y'all. No, that ain't what that is, honey. We don't want y'all. It be the main ones that be making, have you ever noticed that with men, the main men they be making like statements like this, so to speak, they be the main ones that nobody's looking at like that. Like they talking about some, oh yeah, I ain't got no problem with gay men, long as they don't try to come at me, long as they don't try to come at me. As if we would ever come at you. Like you are not in any danger of being hit on by anybody. I mean, I'm just letting you know. Hey, you ain't in danger of being hit on. Don't nobody want you, Jock. I promise you, don't nobody want you. I can guarantee you that don't nobody want you, child. Nobody. And like I said, it don't mean that he's not a nice looking guy, but my nigga, you are walking around here with a perm in your head, looking like a gay Luther. I mean, Luther Vandross was gay, but looking like a gay version of yourself. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, ain't nobody studying you. Don't nobody give a like seriously. I don't want men looking at me with lustful eyes. You ain't got to worry about it. Trust me. You ain't got to worry about it. But like I said, I hate the ignorance is just so baffling to me. But whatever. We can move on to the next topic. And we about to go into somebody else that's ignorant. So Lil Boosie recently made a statement. Basically, I think it was on some podcast, one of those ignorant ass podcasts that ignorant ass mother like Young Jock and him like to go on. And he said that pushing on your sons when they're 15 is to prevent them from being transgender. Never ever heard of such a thing in my life. Let's get into this. Let's listen in.
The only thing I could think of right now is that he's going to be homeschooled. Yeah. I don't want to put him in an area where they're like, no, there's actually more than two genders. And they're going to try to convince him to believe this lie that isn't true. Right. You know what I mean? And that's up to a father to do that. As a father, we got to be more hands-on. We got to be more hands-on with raising our kids and letting them know what's right. By the time they 16, you got to be pushing people. You got to be pushing. When they 15, you got to start sending them to the movies with the girl because, if they don't get blinded by what they see on TV and things like that, as dads, we got to be a part of that because if we let them just watch what everybody sees, they will stray that way. The only thing I could think of right now is that he's going to be homeschooled. Yeah. I don't want to put him in an area where they're like, no, there's actually more than two genders. And they're going to try to convince him to believe this lie that isn't true. Right. You know what I mean? And that's up to a father to do that. As a father, we got to be more hands-on. We got to be more hands-on with raising our kids and letting them know what's right. By the time they 16, you got to be pushing people. You got to be pushing. When they 15, you got to start sending them to the movies with the girl because, if they don't get blinded by what they see on TV and things like that, as dads, we got to be a part of that
Because if we let them just watch what everybody sees, they will stray that way.
Okay, so it's crazy to me how we make homosexuality and transsexuality like the ultimate worst. And the thing that bothers me with stuff like this is you keep on saying stuff about what they see on TV, what they see on TV, what they see on TV, right? You keep on making that a thing. But my thing about it is that the only thing that you deem as something that the kids should not see? What about the stuff that you do? Do you want your kids to grow up and have the same principles as you and think the same ignorant ass way you think? Like, that's the type of stuff that I be thinking about. Is that what you want for your fucking kids? You know what I mean? Like, Boosie, and like I said, everybody has the right to feel however they want. But when you try to ostracize certain groups of people that ain't doing a damn thing to you, it becomes annoying. And it is annoying. Like, I get so tired of Boosie every other week talking about gay folks, talking about trans folks, talking about is this, is that, is this, is that, is this, is that. And I just feel as if it's a bit much. You know what I'm saying? It's a bit much for you to keep on, like, you the same one that got a whole grown ass woman to do sexual favors on your own son because you're so fearful of him being gay and all this other shit. If it's in you, it's in you. You know what I mean? And there's nothing to it than that. Like, but Boosie ignorant anyway. And that's all I really got on that, because I be repeating the same thing over and over again, and I really ain't got time to be doing that. So we can move on to the next, and that is Blueface and Miss Megan the Stallion. Okay, now Blueface recently did an interview where he stated that Megan the Stallion gave him top. Okay, so we're gonna get into that in just a second. So we're about to take a now, apparently, Adam 22 stated that Megan Thee Stallion gave him okay. Adam 22 says that Blueface alleged that Megan Thee Stallion gave him top after two like days after Tory Lanez was shot. He posted this Insta story, and it said, "Me when Blueface told me that Meg gave him top a few days after Tory shot her in the foot." Right. So then there's the comments. The fact that people really pick and choose when to acknowledge that Tory shot her, and the fact that grown ass men are behaving like this. What is the reason? Someone else said you can tell who was lame AF at school when these type of claims. Someone else said, "Huh, this is what y'all choose to put out about a woman who isn't bothering anyone. Y'all are mad weird." Okay. Someone said, "I remember when there was rumors that she was dating Party before they went public, and all the comments said that she would never talk to him, and then they popped out, and never mind." He probably not lying. She do got long legs and a long throat. Y'all believe anything with the bold head in. Y'all gonna believe it whether it's true or not, but just because it was put out there. Meg be minding her business, and then boom, a bunch of female talking. So then Blueface took to social media and says, "Y'all that infatuated with old news? Noted." So basically he's pretty much confirming that that happened. But it's just like, for me, why was it even something to even talk about? You know what I mean? Like, why is it something? Because here's the thing: when it comes down to Meg, the only thing that people want to use against her is her sexual partners, like whoever she slept with in the past. And that's what everybody want to use against her, because she was pretty much trending on Twitter and all this other stuff. And that's all they were talking about was the her sex life. Now, he was also on the Jason Lee show, and I think that's where this originated from. So let's listen in on that.
By his mom wanting to hook him up with Megan Thee Stallion.
What I think about it, it was a clout reach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
clout reach went backwards. Like, it's cool.
I already been there and done that.
Been there and done what?
Exactly.
Next question.
You slept with Megan?
Jason, I didn't say that.
Look at me. Are you saying you slept with Megan Thee Stallion?
Didn't say that.
Did he sleep with Megan Thee Stallion?
I don't know, but it'll really give me an insight if you do. If he did, let me know something.
You said been there, done that.
It's all right.
Okay.
I might have got some head. A long time ago.
Stop.
Jada, you know about that, don't you?
No, I don't. Why? Don't
It was a
include me
long
in that.
time
You
ago.
talking to him? Don't include me in that.
A long time ago. Why are you looking like that?
For real?
Jason, I've been in the
Why? Because I never gagged.
I've been in the game
every
in a long
mouth
time, Jason. Like double XL freshman, like 5 years ago. Like BET Awards, like I know, like 5 years ago. Like, I did all of the stuff already. I'm where I'm at doing what I want to do by choice.
You know, you're the reason why Coy Leray doesn't like me, because I had you on my show and
yeah, been there, done that already, Jason. Come on, man. Like, come on, bro. I don't say too much, but you know, if asked, if you know, I will. You know, I'm gonna give you nothing but the truth.
So yeah, that's what he. But why bring it up? Like, why bring it up? Talking about been there, done that. You already knew by you saying it that was gonna tick some stuff off, right? You already knew that it was gonna set this motherfucking party off. You already knew that. So why even say been there, done that, been there, done that, been there, done that? Why even say that? You know what I mean? Why? Why even say that? You know what I'm saying? Like that was so whack. These men are whack as they love to comfort this girl and talk about her, and she don't never claim them. That's the thing. They never get claimed, and they always claim that they did something with her. You know what I'm saying? She just like a nigga. You know what I mean? Like when a woman come out and say, "I used to fuck him," and he never come out and claim this woman. She never claims these motherfuckers. And all these damn, female rap pages and shit, that's all they talking about. Oh, Megan, this person, Megan, who cares? We all, shit, who the gives a damn? We all, we, like, who cares? I fuck, you fuck, we fuck, the world fucks. So who cares? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why everybody's so fascinated by who she sleeps with or what she does with her. I have no idea why, but girl, it is what it is. I'll never understand it. I want to know what y'all think down there in the comments though, and in the live chat too. I do want to know what y'all think. We finna move on to the next one. Now, now y'all know that these two has been a topic of discussion for the longest, child. And I think most of us are sick and tired of hearing about them. We definitely are. But Dr. Umar, he went live, I guess, to drag the hell out of Jada. And there's a lot of men out here dragging Jada. There's some women out here dragging Jada. Like they've been giving her the business for the last couple of weeks. Ever since then. But he goes off on Jada Pinkett for claiming that Chris Rock tried to hit on her and he body shames her in the process. Let's get into it.
Around telling the world that Chris Rock wanted to clap your flat ass cheeks. First of all, Jada, no disrespect, because you're a beautiful woman in the face. But you ain't got no body. You ain't 5'5", thick in the thighs by no stretch of any man's imagination. Now, if Chris Rock told you he wanted to clap your cheeks as a get back at, and Chris Rock, you was out of line for doing that, but I could understand Will Smith embarrassed you, so you want to get him back by clapping his wife's cheeks. I understand. But Jada, what did you do in response to Chris Rock asking to clap your cheeks? Why did Chris Rock feel so comfortable to ask you if he could clap your cheeks? See, when a woman comes to you, black fellas, I hope my brothers is listening to me. I hope all my African alpha males, I want all my unapologetically African alpha males to listen to your big brother, Dr. Umar, right now. I want all of my anti-snow bunny, unapologetically African alpha males, I want you to check into your big brother, Notorious RBG, one time. If your woman ever come home saying that a man solicited sex from her in a very private manner, not vulgar, not boisterous, not out loud, not disrespectful. If a man pulled your woman to the side and solicited sex from your woman, you got to be a little suspicious. If a man pulls your woman to the side and solicits sex from your queen, you got to be a little suspicious. If a man pulled your wife to the side and solicited sexual relations with your woman, you got to be a little suspicious. What did she do to make him so comfortable, feeling like he can make it advance? Now you turning around telling the world that Chris Rock wanted to clap your flat ass cheeks. First of all, Jada, no disrespect, because you're a beautiful woman in the face. But you ain't got no body. You ain't 5'5", thick in the thighs by no stretch of any man's imagination. Now, if Chris Rock told you he wanted to clap your cheeks as a get back at, and Chris Rock, you was out of line for doing that, but I can understand Will Smith embarrassed you, so you want to get him back by clapping his wife's cheeks. I understand. But Jada, what did you do in response to Chris Rock asking to clap your cheeks? Why did Chris Rock feel so comfortable to ask you if he could clap your cheeks? See, when a woman comes to you, black fellas, I hope my brothers.
I didn't even realize that was replaying over and over again because I zoned out. Shut the fuck up. Because first of all, you ain't even all that cute. So who are you? Like, does it matter if she ain't got no fat ass? It like, who gives a fuck about that? Like that's the most bullshit. Like, you men just want to have a reason to drag Jada Pinkett. Like, period. Y'all are so y'all are so happy to have a woman to drag. Okay, like it's so crazy to me, and no, I don't agree with nothing that he's saying. And he really went in. Like, a lot of these men are so mad with Jada, like she cheated on them, or like she was married to them and was in love with another man. Like, these men are, this woman triggers these men, like, for real, she really does. But for him to go the fuck off like that, like, ooh, child, you know what? I gotta go. That's all I got. I'm finna be late for work. With that being said, y'all, I'm Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out here. And until my next video, I'll talk to y'all later.